The home side, St. Peter's School, Robinson, Tamala and Jackman in the front row, Smith and Bold in the locking department, Short, Tapara and Moreland making up the forward pack, and in the backs, Farrant and Farmer in the halves, Smith and Vi in the centres, Muir, Napier and Mitchell making up the starting 15. And in the St. Paul's side today came Rob and Taylor in the front row, Spencer and Rusk in the locking department, Winter the captain in the number 6 jersey with Rampling, Alec and Church Jones making up the forward pack. And in the backs, Cullen and Williams, Wolfson in the halves, Paenga Morgan and Broomfield in the centres, Gullery, Troom and Pirata making up the starting side.
Nervous day for the new headmaster for St. Paul's Collegiate, Ben Skeen. Those around the rugby world would know him as the TMO. And to students, he's Sir.
Just waiting on the two teams to come out onto the park. What a wonderful establishment St. Peter's School is. Established in 1936. The school motto, built on a rock. And just the one shared Central North Island title with this other team, St. Paul's Collegiate, last year. As the two teams come out onto the park.
Interestingly enough, each team only has 3 players with caps on their head, so very inexperienced sides for both teams. The caps represent seniority. Each school is different. Sometimes you need 15 caps to get one of those hats, but only 3 in each team, so both young sides, Bevan.
Yes, absolutely. Big game for both these schools. And as we get set for the Hakas.
Johnny Swap was there.
Spine-tingling Hakas. St. Paul's with the challenge. St. Peter's responded. How good?
Oh, it's something so beautiful and unique to rugby in Aotearoa, New Zealand. The passion, every one of those boys meaning every word that they're challenging. It's fantastic to see, and it really gets them up for such a big game.
Nico Fox will look after this game. And we're set to go. More Central North Island first 15 action. St. Paul's undefeated. St. Peter's undefeated. And we're set to go.
All good.
St. Paul's to kick off to St. Peter's, right to left as we can see it. And we're underway here in Cambridge. St. Peter's go high early.
Hold there.
Farrant, and at halfback today, Moreland. Back it goes.
Wingers on there, hold here.
Looking for the touchline. St. Peter's won't find it. Troom back in.
Hold wingers on here.
Williams Wilson goes to the heavens. Pressure on at the back.
Backwards.
Farrant driven back in the tackle. St. Paul's trying to come through here and blitz the ruck. St. Peter's do well to regain it. Farrant moving it on now, short. Now, quick hands, on it goes for Smith. Driving his way up a bit further. Farrant. Putting his head down to Marla. This is good recycling at the moment from St. Peter's. Now they get rid of it. Smith goes to the heavens and they'll come back for a penalty in front of the kick of the call.
Yep, in front of the kicker was the call from the referee. This game is already being played at a frantic pace. The recycling of the ball from ruck time has been fantastic for St. Peter's. But St. Paul's will have the ball first up, and they're playing into the sun today, St. Paul's. So you can see the intention from St. Peter's twice, just to kick it, get the ball up in the air.
Won't find the touchline. Smith, deep inside his 22, looks for the touchline. Won't find it. St. Paul's at the back. Troom. Centre of the park. He drops in the kick, looking for some open real estate. Taken at the back. St. Peter's go to the heavens.
Someone hold, Rui, hold.
Step in the go here from St. Paul's Broomfield. Up over the halfway. Now a nice little short ball for Winter, and he drives his way up the park, looking for the offload. St. Paul's on the charge. Penalty as well coming up here for St. Paul's.
Fantastic line from Winter, just a little short ball, and his acceleration off the mark was quite remarkable from the captain of St. Paul's Collegiate. So again, they'll kick for touch. You can see the intent from both sides, kicking the ball up in the air. There's next to no wind here actually at the moment, so perfect conditions at the moment for some good running rugby. So 5 metre line out for St. Paul's Collegiate. A little committee meeting happening out here.
Let's go, guys.
Getting the hurry along from the referee.
I'm strong, I'm strong. I'm strong. I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna get up. Let's go, let's go.
Attacking opportunity here for St. Paul's. Rob.
Thank you.
Free kick for St. Peter's.
Yeah, the referee had already told them to hurry up. They had a little meeting beforehand. You could see they were just trying to plan their attack. And it took a while to throw the ball in, and the referee just had enough. And it's good to call that thing quite early on in the match, just to set the standard. So wasted opportunity for St. Paul's Collegiate.
Won't find the touchline again. St. Paul's do well to keep it in the field of play. Williams Wilson sees a bit of a hole there, puts in the chip. St. Peter's will have control of this at the back though. Farmer takes the mark. That'll find the touchline this time.
For St. Paul's, they won't muck around this time when it comes to line out.
Quick line out taken. Cullen. Williams Wilson on the charge now. Rampling Alec, charging forward up inside the 22. St. Paul's on the attack. Down the short side they go quickly. Now True flicks the ball out, into touch it goes.
Good intent from St. Paul's. You can see that they wanted to get the ball wide, try and manipulate some space on that St. Peter's defensive line. Great line out, take off the top, ball down, and just giving it to that powerful number 8, Rampling Alec. And earlier on, they've shown us 2 very strong runners in their forward pack, St. Paul's Collegiate. First scrum of the game as well. So they want to establish some good connections here and assert some dominance quite early.
Sit!
Ball there on the charge, Smith driving it in towards the traffic, setting the platform for St. Peter's. Farron, Farmer, under a bit of pressure, manages to get rid of it, straight down the centre of the park. Troom waits. Troom playing a Morgan, now Broomfield. Nice little wrap around. Good support play as well. Gallery. Cullen, Williams Wilson. Now on the charge again, Rampling Alec. Penalty St. Paul's.
Number?
And they'll come a bit further forward.
6, in front of the kicker.
In front of the kick of the call.
Well, we're only 5 minutes into this game and already 3 penalties against St. Peter's.
Scrum.
So discipline will be a huge factor for them today. And again, they've gone with the scrum.
Yeah.
But this is a very difficult position to defend from.
Yeah.
In a midfield scrum, you've got options either side. You can see the fullback for St. Paul's Collegiate, Trump, just out the back. And then you can see out to the left, he's got 3 players. They can pretty much go either way and they'll have an overlap. So very difficult position to defend from.
Crouch! Bind! Sit!
Cullen has the short side, paying up Morgan. Nice little wrap around play. Williams Wilson onto Gallery, juggles with it, manages to hold on to it. St. Paul's deep inside the 22. Rampling Alec charging on again. Cullen. Penalty against the head. Good defence from St. Peter's.
Dante Short, I believe it was, getting over the ball. Textbook from your flanker. And that's a very big play for the St. Peter's forward pack, as they'll look to clear the ball here. But it was a good set piece move. The winger just bubbled the ball there. You'll see it on the replay here. Oh, here's the initial turnover. Strong body position over the ball. Great angle there.
Ollie Robinson to feed this line out. Loose head prop. To the front they go. Farron over the head of Farmer. Tarpita drives up a bit further now. Farron, Farmer drops in the kick. It's been deflected. St. Paul's have possession. Cullen hits the short side. Broomfield, nice quick hands, nice support play. True injecting himself. Ball coming slowly now. Cullen, Williams Wilson. Nice little wrap around play again now. Came on the charge. Down the short side they go now. Broomfield drops in the kick. This will be interesting. It might set up here. Painga Morgan does beautifully.
No advantage.
A slight mistake. St. Peter's will get the scrum.
Good vision there from St. Paul's Collegiate. You can see he identified there was no one there, put the ball onto his foot, and the referee's deemed a knock on, correctly so as well. Great spotting.
Props! Go, boys! And go! Lock! Squeeze! Locked in!
Look at this, 96% territory for St. Paul's Collegiate. St. Peter's have been camped down in their own half. Haven't really seen them with attacking opportunities yet. So they'll be tired being on defence for so long.
Farron, Smith again at first receiver. Awkward pass from Farmer. Under a bit of pressure here, Muir driven deep inside his own 22, driven over the line, and St. Paul's penalised.
That was some monstrous defence from St. Paul's Collegiate. A little bit of miscommunication in the back line. The intention was there just to spread the ball and put some deception through. But I think it was the second five, Painga Morgan, just absolutely driving him back. Referee saying he'd got a knee to the ground, so needed to be released. We'll see here, look at the absolute strength coming in from Painga Morgan here. Absolutely driving him back, knee on the ground, yeah. Still being pushed back. Correct call from the referee.
Coming here.
St. Peter's just out from their own 22. Farron, Farmer, moves it on. Trying to drive the way up a bit further. Boyle takes it into the tackle, now short. Puts his head down. St. Peter's looking to hold on to the ball for a little bit. Smith goes to the heavens again. This will be interesting, and the back gallery goes high. Takes it superbly, and they'll come back for the penalty.
No advantage, the ruck is formed.
A lot of penalties in this match. Yeah, fantastic take from the number 11. Josh Gullery under pressure as well. Oh, look, 10 minutes gone, 6 penalties in total, 3 apiece. Pretty messy stuff from both sides, mainly around offside as well. And you know you hear it every game. But one more step, boys, one more step is usually the call. So they just need to get behind that ruck line and stay on side with the kicker.
Some much needed territory here for St. Peter's, as you alluded to before, Taylor. They've been parked up inside their own half. Now they get to play in the St. Paul's half. Smith goes high, not straight.
Yeah, it gives it away when they catch the ball with their outside arm, not down the middle of the barrel.
Let's go. Let's go, called.
So very clearly not straight there. So again, another scrum for St. Paul's, and their time down in this half would be quite short-lived after that. We're just not getting their links together. We are early on in the season. This is only the 3rd game for St. Peter's because their first game was postponed against Wesley College. 4th game for St. Paul's, and that does make a difference, just getting the connections.
Crouch! Bind! Sit! What's happened here, guys? Slipped? Come around this side.
The referee asked what happened. He said, I don't know. At least he was honest.
Half back. Are you sitting up here or back there? Are you sitting up here or back there? Thank you. Let's go, boys. Sit. Crouch. Bind. Sit.
Big scrum from St. Peter's, pushing St. Paul's back under pressure here. Williams Wilson, Painga Morgan. He puts boot to ball. Won't find the touchline. Napier. Bringing it back. Could be a turnover here from St. Paul's. Brilliant work.
Oh, it was the number 7 for St. Peter's, Callum Morland. And he just got perfect body position. We'll see here. Player gets tackled on the ground by the centre, gets straight over him. Look at that, perfect. It's the old headgear pull.
Rob, 1-on-1 against the head. And driving on is Smith. Farron. Now Boyle on the charge. Strong run up the number 5. Farron. Now Vi Looking for the offload, decides to hold it. Solid St. Paul's defence. Farrant. Short ball this time. Driving it up a bit further.
Advantage offside.
Boyle. Now Smith. Puts boot to ball. This will be interesting at the back. Troom under a bit of pressure. Deep inside his 22. And they'll come back for the penalty. Offside the call from St. Paul's.
This game's been very evenly contested at the moment. Position pretty much even.
Midfield.
Actually playing majority of the match in between the two 22s in the middle of the field. No one really able to break through at the moment. The penalty here was for offside, so they're coming back. And we'll get the line out for you.
It's one wedge.
Middle.
That's our teams.
Going back.
H, F.
Ollie Robinson. Just out from the 22 here, St. Peter's. Tap it up. Takes it off the maul. Ball waits for Farrant. Smith in at first receiver, going wide, Vi again. Puts in the step, puts in the fend, looks for the offload, gets it away. Ball there for Muir. But turned over by St. Paul's, and they've knocked it on. St. Peter's with possession again, and they'll come back for the scrum.
No.
It was a fantastic pass initially from Dawson Smith.
Mark's here, guys.
And look at this position. St. Peter's dominating the possession stats really, but so far behind in territory. You can see that. So they've got the ball in hand. They're just not playing in the right end of the field. But they've shown quite early on, Bevan, that their scrum is powerful. So they'll be looking to set a good platform. The back line all out to the right-hand side. Not really much of a blind to work with. They've got the winger all the way out here.
Sit.
Scrum's gone down, penalty for St. Paul's this time.
You just come straight under, you've lost your bind. Elbow down. Get back.
I think that's called a commentator's curse when I say how good their scrum is and they just get penalised. He's saying that he's gone straight down and his elbows dropped straight down. Seems to be the correct call, however, he seems to disagree.
Here's the centre here. You guys just move that way. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Come now.
Line it well against the head again, Tarpana. Cleans things up for St. Peter's, Farrant. Now Robinson puts his head down, up over the halfway. Farrant, quick ball. Farmer into the back, Smith. Now Vi. Vi again, asking questions. Farrant. Good go-forward ball from St. Peter's. Farrant again, Farmer. Boyle. Drives it hard. Down the short side they go. Farmer drops in the kick. Not a bad little dab. Let's beat them all into touch. And St. Paul's will get the line out.
Oh, two players have been really impressed with for St. Peter's. Is their number 13, Vi, and also Boyle just running it straight up the gut. You can see here, putting the chip kick through. Sorry, the grubber kick through. Just unable to collect the ball with his winger.
Quick line out. Church Jones goes high. St. Paul's with the ball. Cullen. Off the back they come. Driving it further forward. Paying a Morgan a good support. Flinging it out, Morgan, Broomfield onto Troom, keeping this alive, paying a Morgan again. Keeping in the field of play, doing nicely, St. Paul's. Cullen, Williams-Wilson, Broomfield. Wrapped in the tackle, and they'll come back for the penalty.
No advantage, you've got to have a wrap. Tackle over here, 3. Make sure you tackle with your arm.
Here's a good run initially from their number 8, Isaac Cullen. And then the penalty here actually came from a no arms tackle is what the referee said. Yep, and that's correct against the number 3, Diesel Jakeman.
Come, Jolly, come.
See, shot!
Yeah. Stay. Tell it up.
Rob. Cullen moves it out into the backs. Now, going straight through. This will be an opportunity here for St. Paul's. Gallery went straight through, Paul's still alive. Down the short side they go, guys, quick hands. Parata, into touch he goes. But St. Paul's starting to ask questions.
Oh, it's so close. St. Paul's Collegiate getting through. I think if Gallery had just got that ball away to his support player, we probably would have seen the first try of the match. You can see here just getting the ball out wide. And then Gallery breaking the line there. You can see that fantastic run. Job's not over though for St. Peter's. They need to clear it.
Deep inside their 22 has been one against the head. And a slight mistake from St. Paul's. St. Peter's survive.
Well, Lincoln Winter couldn't believe his eyes, really. He didn't expect the ball to come flying over the line out like that. You can see he got his hand to it. He was filthy with himself. You can see here, ball going over it. And if he had caught that, it would have been a short try. Again, though, not out of the woods. St. Peter's 5-metre scrum, their feet on their own line. Huge blind to work with if they want to go that way, but usually it's safe to clear and get the ball well out of here.
Sit!
Yeah, no, I know. I saw that. Both teams are straight out. Is it slippery here? Do you want to move? No, good here. Okay. 3 sets gone.
"20 minutes into the game, Bevan, and still no score from either side. So a very evenly matched game, you would have to say from that.
Yes, absolutely.
Big set.
Even battle so far. Give the credit to St. Peter's, though. They've defended their line well.
What's happening, boys? So you boys need to hold your space, okay? Do you want to come slightly closer? Let's do that then. Crouch! Bind! Sit!
Steady scrum from St. Peter's. Farrant. Smith. Drives it hard. Trying to relieve the pressure. St. Paul's win the penalty.
Callum Morland again getting straight over the ball. Dawson Smith has been their go-to. Oh, no, wrong team. Need Church Jones, it was. Church Jones getting over the ball for St. Paul's. Yep, clear release over the ball. It took 2 players to clear him off, and it's Church Jones who comes away. And they've got a really impressive back 3, haven't they, St. Paul's Collegiate? All 3 of them really standing up.
Yes, absolutely. Lincoln Winter, Church Jones and Rampling Alec. Fantastic defender is Church Jones, and strong ball runners, number 8 and number 6 as well. Attacking opportunity here for St. Paul's.
Sit!
Scrum under a bit of pressure. Rampling Alec off the back. Hits the short side. Winds up. Ball there for Cullen. Hitting the short side again this time. Church Jones pumping the legs. 4 metres out from the St. Peter's line, but turned over. And a penalty for St. Paul's again.
Leave it. Ruck was formed. Ruck was already formed.
So St. Paul's will get another go here. They've kicked for the line. You'd think you'd see a drive here this close to the line. You just have to get their line-out trouble sorted. They won their last one, but it has been difficult for them. St. Peter's have got up and contested.
Numbers. Jump out, Ollie.
Rob, one against the head against St. Peter's, defending that line out brilliantly. Robinson, should I say Boyle, driving out of his own line. St. Peter's win the penalty, and this will give him a chance to relieve the pressure.
Yeah, but he needs to release first.
Church Jones thought he was in again for his third steal of the game, but unfortunately not releasing clearly enough before getting over the ball. So some reprieve for St. Peter's. And fantastic work at line-out time, really. When you're that close to the line, often you don't see the defending team put a defensive player up and they're getting ready to set for the maul, but St. Peter's gambled and it paid off for them.
5 men, 1, 2.
Can see,
5 men, 1, 2, that's all.
yeah, no clear release. He still had one hand on him when he went for the ball again.
Smith goes high. Ball here. On the charge again, Boyle. Penalty for St.
Hands
Peter's.
in front of the ball. Hands in front of the ball.
I'll tell you what, Boyle only knows one way, and that's straight up the middle of the field. He has been absolutely fearless with every single carry. Has Harry Boyle, a number 5 for St. Peter's. He just runs with so much conviction, not scared at all. Not afraid to get into some hard yakka.
They won't find the touchline. St. Paul's
Hold here,
clear
guys,
it.
hold here.
And Trim will find the touchline for them.
Guys, centre's here.
C.
Come.
Check.
Not shade.
Line out there. Farron in the first receiver. Now Farmer drops in the kick again. Open real estate in the back, under a bit of pressure. Trim knocks it on. And an attacking scrum coming up here for St. Peter's.
Well, I think the St. Paul's team were actually caught quite unaware there. They weren't expecting the kick. You could see the whole back line just absolutely shot up. Great line speed, but unfortunately just at the back, Troom couldn't keep on holding that ball. So another attacking opportunity for St. Peter's Cambridge, but they haven't been able to capitalise on any of the opportunities they have had in this half, and they have spent 0 time in the opposition 22.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
Farron into the backs they come. Farmer, Smith, nice little wraparound play. Muir joining the line.
Leave it.
Just inside the 22, St. Peter's. Farmer, ball on the inside again. Now Short, driving up slightly forward. Solid defence from St. Paul's at the moment. Tamala. Farron. Now Smith. Edging closer. Vi holds the pass. Puts his head down. Hard to put down. Now Tamala again. Quick ball on the charge, Smith. Parked up in the red zone, they'll come back for the penalty.
Yeah, they had an offside advantage early on in the piece. It's interesting, no one scored any points here. Do they go for the corner or do they try and secure some 3? Because at the moment it's 0 or we're 28 minutes into the match. And you know what? They're going to go for the sideline. The attacking opportunities has been... there hasn't been many attacking opportunities, should I say. And none have been capitalised so far. So I think maybe it's time to start going for the 3 points. But nevertheless, they're going to back themselves. Wonder if he's got some tips for the referee.
Here comes St. Peter's on the charge. Short, winding up. St. Peter's in hot attack here. Farron. Now Smith, driving closer. Spinning distance now, St. Peter's. Another pick and go. St. Paul's under pressure.
Advantage offside.
Another go. Penalty advantage as well for St. Peter's. Ball comes out again. Getting closer. Driving over. Nearly.
Take a step here, take a step.
St. Paul's defence solid at the moment. Tamala gets it out, cracks it over, score! St. Peter's get the first try of the match.
Moments ago, I just said they should probably take the 3, but they're making me eat my words here. Fantastic try to Andrew Smith. Just absolutely grinding down the St. Paul's team, just picking and going, getting ever so close, and just jiving over there was Andrew Smith. And the locking pairing of Smith and Boyle have been working so hard today.
You guys happy with 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Smith. This is the kick, 5 points to 0. St. Peter's School in front.
Yeah, yeah. But that's my formal warning to you guys, okay?
Get one more look at it here, just charging in, and he actually had his locking partner, Harry Boyle, in behind him, driving it over. And just as the team were running back, the referee actually said to St. Paul's that they're under a warning for penalties now, so next one might go to the bin.
Restart from St. Paul's. Smith goes high. The try scorer.
Take a step. Hold up here.
Farrant. Moreland. Becker goes for Farmer. Won't find the touchline. Gullery flings it back in for Troom. He looks for some space. Napier. Smith.
Hold here, guys. Wingers on.
Williams Wilson. He goes to the heavens. Vi. At the back. Weighing up his options, decides to run. Gets past the first defender. Good support around him as well. Farrant. Tamala. Running hard. Farrant. Now Smith. Muir kicks it ahead. Cullen picks up the scraps. Ball's popped out. St. Paul's under a bit of pressure. Parata does well. St. Peter's have turned it over.
Yeah, boys.
Farrant. Moreland. Farrant again now. Farmer knocks it on, and they'll scrum it down.
No advantage, guys. Lost forward.
We could just tell during that passage of play, St. Peter's have a little bit of an extra spring in their step. Just had their tails up after scoring the try. You can see here just dropping the ball. Unfortunate error.
Got a couple minutes left.
Box!
2 minutes to go before half-time.
Crouch!
A tight encounter
Bind!
here in Cambridge.
Sit!
Scrum under pressure again. Cullen gets it out quickly. Playing a Morgan. Up over the halfway.
Leave it now!
Cullen hits the short side now. Rampling Alec. Winding up. Williams Wilson spreads it quickly. Playing a Morgan. Decides to hold the pass. Cullen. Church Jones. Still going, Church Jones. Cullen Williams Wilson, nice quick hands again. Nice skill being shown by everyone. Keeping it alive, Broomfield over the top. Parata down the sideline. Keeping in the field of play. St. Paul's 5 metres out. St. Peter's have turned it. Good defence deep inside their own 22. Farrant gets it out for Smith. Farrant, back it goes for Farmer. Manages to clear, won't find the touchline. Williams Wilson at the back, has time, drops in the kick. This should sit up for Nepean, that'll go too far, and a 22-metre restart coming up.
Oh, it was a fantastic passage of play earlier for St. Paul's. That ball must have touched almost everyone in the team, going from the left hand to the right hand side, just not able to finish, and that's been the story for them this half.
No. Behind the kicker, guys.
The referee said this will be the last play.
Let's go now.
This will be the final play, as you alluded to, Taylor. Broomfield for St. Paul's. Strong running centre. Cullen. Williams Wilson again. Ragdolled to the ground by Robinson, but illegally.
Time off. Just come for a chat over here. Hey, that's a high tackle. You had one over here as well, okay?
They hit last day.
Yeah, it's still high. It doesn't matter.
It's accidental.
No, it doesn't matter if it's accidental. He's still going high, okay? Have a chat. That's last play still.
Eyes up!
Shot? Shot called.
Oh, that's a bit difficult. They've just run into each other's heads, and he hasn't actually contacted him with his shoulder or anything, or grabbed him by the neck. It's just quite literally a head clash. Nevertheless, St. Paul's have taken my advice and gone for 3 points.
Well, they need to leave the half with something. It's been an even half. And a low-scoring half. But an interesting one, Taylor.
Oh, look, we've seen it all. We've had some good scrums, some interesting lineouts, some interesting calls from the referee too. But all I can say, it's been very evenly matched in exactly what we're expecting from these two schools.
This will be the final play. Williams Wilson. Pushed it. Score remains, and that'll be half-time here in Cambridge. 5 points to 0. St. Peter's School lead St. Paul's Collegiate at the break. So a bit of silverware up for grabs today in Cambridge. And there's the trophy there. Jed Rowlands Cup on the right, and the Rick T. Francis Memorial Trophy, shield on the left.
Oh, it's just added incentive to get the win today. Remember, this time last year, they had to share the title because the final score in the final match was 36-all. So there's some unfinished business here for both sides, and there'll be plenty of players here who played in that match and want to get the win today.
Second half underway. St. Peter's kicking off to St. Paul's this time, and St. Peter's have done well to regain possession. Boyle does well. Farrant, Tamala. Now Farrant again. Farmer, Smith drops in the kick. Won't find the touchline. True, under pressure at the back, does well. Fools everyone, then kicks the ball ahead. It's gone out on the full. But not a bad run from True.
How's that for a right foot step from True? Fantastic. The ball bounced awkwardly for him. He had to jump up. And look at this. Winger running straight at him. And just right foot step. And great acceleration. And then unfortunately you can just see it came off the side of his boot.
Line to the front. Awkward ball, but it's there. Mitchell cleans things up. Quick pick and go from Smith. Strong, powerful run from the number 12. Tries to get up and have another go. Ball there for Farron. On the charge, Smith. Farron, Farmer, Vi. Gets away from the first defender, puts in the fend. Slick runner. Just out from the 22 now, St. Peter's. Pamala again. Up inside the 22. Farron, Farmer. Drops in the kick. This will be interesting. Troom does superbly at the back. All coming slowly for Cullen. Back for Williams-Wilson. And a good exit.
I've been really impressed by Cody White from St. Peter's today. But you can see that the St. Peter's team, they're not afraid to just have a go, put the ball to boot and chance their arm, and that's what you want to see in first 15 rugby. Just playing with a little bit of confidence now that they're in the lead.
Robinson. Back it goes for short. Tapera breaks away from the maul. Farron. Smith. Puts his head down. Now, Morgan. Just short of the 22, Farron. Down the right-hand side this time. Ollie Robinson winds up. Farron, penalty advantage as well. Stabbing grubber kick, picked up by Gallery, and they'll come back for the penalty.
5 roll away, too slow.
Yeah, the St. Peter's attackers smart to pin down the St. Paul's defender
5
inside the ruck,
roll away.
milking the penalty for not rolling. And you can see Dawson has no eyes for the post, always looks straight for the sideline. You can see here they've trapped the number 5, Jack Ruskin there. It doesn't matter that you've got your hands up, you need to make the effort to roll away. So St. Peter's again, hot on attack to start off with.
Just watch the ball here, Rupert.
Get in there, big drive.
Attacking opportunity here for St. Peter's. Smith goes high. Here comes the driving maul. Tapera in good support. Driving closer. 3 metres out from the line.
Take a step.
Pick and go from St. Peter's. Looking to muscle their way over.
Take a step.
Another go down the short side.
Hey, take a step. Thank you.
Just 2 metres short. Farron. Farmer kicks it across field. It was touched. This will be interesting. Picks it out of the air and scores.
What a beautiful try from Vi. Fantastic kick though from Farmer. And they knew they were under advantage, and that's what you do. You put the ball up in the air, you kick and you hope. But there's no hoping about that one. Farmer, accurate. We heard it was touched, and Vi, aerial skills were on point right there. And look at that, getting up, pinching the ball out of the air. Fantastic try. Look at that smile.
Fine, thank you. Yeah, where you are.
And considering it took us almost half an hour to get the first try in the first half,
That's a good try.
we're only 4 minutes into the second and we've got our first try here. So this game starting to get a little bit more exciting.
Conversion successful, 12 points to 0. St. Peter's in front.
St. Paul's have made some changes as well in the locking positions. Tavita Tokiaho and Deshae Vaitoi Tuimonga come in, and look at that. Beautiful from Vi. See that? Cuddles all around as well. You gotta acknowledge your mates. Give them a cuddle when they deserve it.
Jump, jump, jump.
St. Peter's go high off the restart. Smith does well again. Farrant. Moreland. Becker goes for Farmer.
On there, hold
He
here.
puts boot to ball. Williams Wilson awaits. True puts in the step again. Painga Morgan, open space here. Parata puts in the chip and chase. Now the race is on at the back. It's going to bounce awkwardly, very awkwardly. Farmer went high for it. Knocked on by St. Peter's.
Knock on and then in front.
And a penalty for St. Paul's.
Well, this puts him in fantastic field position. Offside was the call. So you'd think they'd go for the corner here like they have been for the majority of the match. And they've opted for the scrum. Well, they've actually got a huge blind to work with to the right-hand side. Here's the initial kick from Parata. He did well. And Painga Morgan got up to contest, and what happened there is that the St. Peter's player knocked it on because of that pressure up there, so well done to Painga Morgan.
Bind.
There's no one out to the blind here. Everyone stacked out to the left. The winger
Just remember pre-game we talked about that space.
behind his first five, so Parata behind Williams Wilson.
Let's sort it out, boys.
But St. Peter's have got someone marking the blind, so already there's an overlap to the left-hand side. So you can see that no St. Paul's players there, but there is a St. Peter's player defending that space, so they've got an overlap already out to the left.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
Big drive from St. Peter's School, looking for the turnover. And they get it. And they'll come back for the penalty. What a powerful scrum from St. Peter's School.
They'll be stoked with
Under
that.
pressure, turning around.
St. Paul's elected for the scrum, and St. Peter said, not today. Look at that fantastic scrum, good leg drive, just absolutely going backwards, the St. Paul's team. And St. Peter's will clear this down the field.
Behind the touchline only just. A good position now for St. Peter's.
Very good kick there from the captain, Dawson Smith.
Time off,
Just when
guys. We have
St.
subs
Paul's were
coming
hot
on.
on attack, St. Peter's comes right through.
What number's off? Right. Time back on. Mark's here, guys. Centre's here. 18. Guys, take a step across. Thank you. Yeah, time's back on.
St. Peter's, Farrant, Farmer. Going wide here. St. Peter's now Smith. Going wide for Mitchell. Down the sideline, Mitchell stepping back in the field of play. Strong run from the number 13. St. Paul's with good defence. They win the penalty. And it's that man again, Church Jones.
Hey, leave it.
Oh,
Leave
he's
it.
been fantastic today, Church Jones.
Take a step, guys.
You can't go past him. That whole loose trio. And again, not found touch.
St. Peter's at the back. Smith drops in the kick. Not a bad touch finder, but they'll come back for the penalty. Offside the call.
Yeah, but he hadn't gone past these two players.
20 penalties
Yeah.
so far, 21 penalties now. It is
Make sure
huge,
you hold.
huge penalty count.
Rob, Church Jones knocks it on in the air, and St.
Double
Peter's will
knock
get
on,
the
guys.
scrum.
First by yellow, then by blue.
2 mistakes.
I spoke about the handling
Scrum on the 15,
errors
guys,
earlier
it's in the line now.
for St. Paul's. That's their 6th one of the match. And you'd think with the perfect conditions we've had so far, it's just a little bit of lack of awareness where the ball is and not really being prepared. So another scrum, and St. Peter's, well, they have a lot of confidence packing down for this one. We saw how far they pushed the St. Paul's squad back.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
Yep. Both teams straight down, but you two need to square up as well, okay? Let's make sure we
So
start
Lincoln
square. We talked
Winter
about it pre-game.
for St. Paul's has gone into the front row now. And the substitution that came on earlier, Daniel Strang, has come in and replaced him at 6. So a little bit of teething issues probably, just a new front row member. Going straight down.
Locked in. Eyes up, eyes up.
Crouch. Bind.
Yeah, come on, boys.
Sit.
Don't get in. Going open.
Ferrand, Farmer, out into the backs against Smith.
Hold here, guys. Hold.
Hoops it down the field. Parata waits. He puts boot to ball. That was touched. St. Peter's bringing it back. Ferrand throws the dummy. Up over the halfway. St. Paul's looking for the turnover. They get it again.
There's a new man on the field as well that'll give him great confidence. Daniel Strag came on into a flank position and did exactly what you want a flanker to do. Get right over the ball, good strong body position, never in doubt there. And that's what you want your substitutions to come on and do. You want them to come on, make an impact. And that's exactly what he's done, and he's put his team down the right end of the field.
Wobbly line out. Scrum for St. Peter's.
Scrum the line out, guys.
Well, no one wants possession in this game, Bevan. It's going back and forth, back and forth. Look at the second half possession there. St. Peter's with 91%.
Scrum called. Scrum called. Just here,
It
guys.
is
on the
quite
15 metre.
literally opposite from the first half.
Just there.
So St. Peter's have really started the second half the way they ended the first. St. Paul's just haven't really been able to find their groove in this match. The St. Peter's backline standing very flat here as well.
Okay, you need to start square, okay? Because you're already starting on the angle. Let's make sure we're square, okay? Sort it out. Reset.
Locked in.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
Coming in.
Ferrand, Farmer, Smith. Nice short ball for Muir. Nearly got through the other side of the defence. Vi, quick pick and go. More than good support. Up over the halfway. Ferrand. Now, ball there for Smith. Tamala. Driving hard. Ferrand. Ball there again now, Farmer. Awkward pass for Smith.
Last forward. Hey? Scrum. Just here.
You can see here just a really low pass. You can see it just slipped out of Farmer's hands, and unfortunately Smith unable to pull that through.
Guys.
But plenty of substitutions happening for St. Paul's.
Yeah, I can now.
Nico
yeah, just came
Rush
through
on.
softly before.
Drew Walker.
All good? Time back on.
Blake into it as well, goes to fullback for St. Paul's. Drew Walker is now the new halfback on the field as well.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
Big drive again from St. Peter's School. St. Paul's lucky to get it back. Tua runs it hard.
Hold here, guys, hold here.
Walker. Williams Wilson. Nice quick ball for Vatoi Tuimaunga. Now on the charge, Nico Rush. St. Peter's looking to rip it away. Walker. Knocked on by Tua. Ball there for Boyle. St. Peter's
Tackle.
up to the halfway. Smith with a pick and go. Penalty St. Peter's. And this will give them a chance. In fact, they take the quick tap anyway. Smith sets off. Strong run from Smith up to the 22. Ball coming slowly. St. Peter's. Tamala. Farrant. Farmer drops in the kick again. That'll be easily taken by Gullery. Doesn't take the mark. Inside their 22, St. Paul's. Under pressure, St. Peter's blitz the ruck. Get the turnover. Out into the backs, Farmer spreading it wide. Vi, open space here. Left and right options. Knocks it on, and St. Paul's will survive.
Oh, this game is being played at a frantic pace, really, for both sides. Just getting the ball from left to right, changing possession as well. And you could see the good intention there from Farmer. He saw that there was numbers out to his left-hand side and plenty of real estate. And Epic got this ball away, but it was his opposite defender, Broomfield, who managed to swipe his arm, which meant that that ball just went flying forward. So, good defence there from Broomfield for St. Paul's, but it's not over for the men from Hamilton. They still need to get out of this end of the field. But look, these guys will be very tired. This game has been played at a very, very strong pace.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
Big drive again from St. Peter's. St. Paul's under all sorts of pressure. They win the penalty. And they're pumped.
Oh, you can see what it means to them. All day, he reckons. You know, you have all those scrum practices on the machine and then live scrums at training, and it all pays off when you get penalties like this. And they're absolutely pumped with it. And interestingly enough, St. Peter's haven't made any substitutions. And considering the pace that this game has been played at, there'll be some pretty tired bodies up there.
Here comes the attacking driving maul. St. Peter's on the charge.
Take a step.
4 metres out from the line, a pick and go from Moreland. Driving closer.
Take a step.
Spitting distance now, out it goes again. Referee's fallen over. Ball still there for St. Peter's. Another pick and go from short. Driven back this time. Solid St. Paul's defence. Farrant. Tamala. Farrant into the backs. Farmer spreading it. Vi stepping. Vi flings it wide. Opportunity here. Mitchell steps back out. Mitchell knocks it off. On the line.
No advantage offside.
They'll come back for the penalty, but what drama.
Time off.
Oh, the skill level from Vi.
We talked about offsides just before half-time.
Who was it?
Hey, number?
Was it on
21. 21, okay? Have a chat. That's the last
Look
one.
at this piece of skill from Vi, but here it is. He got so excited, he dived up in the air. He probably just should have gone low. He didn't need the Superman dive.
Yeah.
And it just knocked the ball on. Oh, and he's filthy with himself, you can see. He did well too to step inside and evade 3 defenders, and he just had to put it down.
15 minutes to play. St. Peter's in front by 12.
Look, this is a 5-metre scrum as well. So hard to defend. You've got 2 out to the right, 3 out to the, so 3 on each side.
Here's your attacking chance now. Tapera off the back of the scrum, wrapped in the tackle. Farmer into the backs. Smith steps away, back into the track. Solid defence from Nico Rush. Ball still there for St. Peter's. Robinson with a pick and go. 5 metres out. Barrett changes direction, and they'll come back for another penalty. And now time is off.
Captain and 10. I just talked about offsides.
Yep, he just got a warning in the last penalty. He said, next one is going to the bin.
Offside. Scrum called.
And Williams-Wilson,
Scrum called.
he goes, yeah, look at that from your impact player, Nico Rush. He's going nowhere today when he's up against Nico Rush, I'll tell you that much. Smart choice to go for the scrum here as well for St. Peter's, because the 10 for St. Paul's has gone to the bin, which means there's already an overlap in the back line. Either way they go, they're going to have an overlap. An 8-9 play, probably out to the right, will see them score.
Bind. Sit.
Nice steady scrum. Farron. Smith. Ball on the inside, knocked on by St. Peter's. And St. Paul's will survive again.
Just the wrong option there for St. Peter's. They had so much real estate out to the right, and then they went to the left where it was already congested. 3 on 3.
Let's go here,
Just
guys.
trying to pop it up on the inside ball, but when you've already got a 1-man advantage, you don't need to do the fancy stuff. You just need to draw and pass, and they would have been over. Good to see they're being enterprising. They're only up. They're up by 12 already, so they have room. They have room to try things out. But if they really want to put the nail in the coffin in this match, probably needed to score there. And they're just time off at the moment because there's a blood bin.
Time's off. Time's off.
Vaitoi Tuimonga.
Well, next game next week, Manurewa High School versus Westlake boys. Should be an absolute cracker. Midday next Saturday afternoon.
I can follow the ball all the way to the end.
Hey, yeah, as long as you're fine. You can't get in front of it. Yeah. Yeah, stay.
That game obviously being played in the North Harbour competition. Manurewa went to the North Harbour 1A a couple of years ago now because they didn't find the counties comp as competitive after Wesley came and actually joined the Central North Island competition. So once Wesley left, their biggest rival were gone, and they didn't really have the competitive games that they had hoped to. And so they went to the North Harbour competition because they had an uneven number of teams. And so instead of playing a bye, they started to play Manurewa, and they've done quite well, made the top 4 last year.
Right. He's got time for blood bin. He can come back on after.
A bit of time off here.
All right, guys, water off. Time on. Okay. No, that's because it's
Slight injury there for Latoi Tuimonga.
Time back on.
And so Logan Spencer has come back on the park for St. Paul's.
Come on, we stop this, we stop this.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
Another big drive from St. Peter's' scrum. Under pressure, Anton Alec does well to wrestle away from the first defender. Pressure on here, St. Paul's. Walker, back it goes for Painga Morgan. Finds the touchline, a good exit in the end from St. Paul's.
Well, Rampling did so well off the back of that scrum. It was going backwards. He knew that he had to pick it up and just get the ball out of there. And they still find themselves outside of their own 22.
Line out there for Farron. Farmer on the charge. Boyle again. Nearly getting through.
Hold there.
Smith, wrap-around play with Farron. Wrapped in the tackle. Penalty for St. Peter's. It was a tad high.
Penalty only, and I think the referee has identified that Farron actually slipped on his way down. So good call there. But again, it gives St. Peter's another opportunity to get inside St. Paul's 22. You see it here, good interplay, and he just slipped, yeah. And unfortunately, Nico Rush penalised there, but penalty only, not worthy of a card.
10 minutes to play. St. Peter's attacking line out just inside the St. Paul's 22.
Come down.
Driving it forward. The St. Peter's forward pack.
It's come straight through the middle.
St. Paul's may have turned this over here. St. Peter's trying to get it back. St. Paul's get the penalty.
There was a ruck for me. There was a ruck for me. Yeah, there was a ruck for me.
Ruck form was the call from the referee after the maul. So again, possession just yo-yoing between the two sides in this half. And it's the captain, Lincoln Winter, who started the game at 6, now in hooker.
Call it.
Very impressive.
Man of many talents. Linus put one against the head. Tapera sets off. Just short of the 22, Farron. Now Boyle again, pumping the legs. Farron hits the short side. Farmer, quick hands, Vi.
Knock-on advantage over.
Guts the pass off to Mitchell. Up inside the 22. Farron. Jakeman.
Take a step there.
Farron again. Farmer. Flings it wide. Opportunity here maybe. Short. Holds the pass. Wrapped around the ankles. St. Peter's still with possession. Inside the red zone. Smith this time.
Hold there, guys.
Farron. Another drive from Ollie Robinson this
Hold here,
time.
guys. Hold here.
Good recycling from the home team. Pick and go.
Advantage.
Advantage as well playing for St. Peter's. Tamala. Edging close to St. Peter's. Another go. Driving over. Scoring. St. Peter's increased the lead.
This time it's Jonty Shaw for St. Peter's. And so fitting that one of the forwards score, because they have been grinding so hard against the St. Paul's team. The ability to just recycle the ball, pick and go. And look at this big drive initially coming from Ollie Robinson. And then you can just see, again, Andrew Smith having a go. And then it was eventually the try scorer, John T. Smith, who just powers his way over, right through the middle. No one defending right behind that ruck. See here, it opened up for him, and he just dove through. Good strength shown from the 6.
What a fantastic effort today from St. Peter's. Still playing with their starting 15. Into the 63rd minute of this game. Only 7 minutes to go. Really 6 minutes to go. The conversion is good from Smith. 19 points to 0.
Hunter Robinson comes onto the field and replaces Roy Farron. In the next play.
Take a step, guys. Take a step.
Restart from St. Paul's. Farmer under pressure manages to clear. Paying a Morgan at the back. Gullery. Should I say Parata back for paying a Morgan up to the halfway. Support there for St. Paul's. Walker. Now Kane. Driven back in the tackle. Walker hits the short side now. Nico Rush. Walker. Strang. Ball's been ripped away. St. Peter's have it again. Farron. Mitchell knocks it on. Picked up by St. Paul's. Church Jones drives on further forward. And they'll come back for the mistake. And St. Paul's will get the scrum.
Oh, it's been a very messy game. Knock on after knock on there, but they've come back eventually for the scrum. Here comes the substitutions we spoke about earlier. Another replacement as well in the front row. Jaroslav Tamala comes to the bench and Lockie Jaw comes on.
Time on.
Crouch. Bind.
Let's go, Kevin.
Sit.
Another big scrum from St. Peter's. Off the back they come. Walker. Nice little wrap-around play now. Ball there for playing a Morgan. Penalty for St. Peter's again. Fantastic defence from the home team.
How long, Rupert, for that card?
Whainga Morgan has been impressive in a losing side today. He just
3.5
takes the ball into the line with so much conviction. And holding on was the call. Quite a tough call, I would say there. The ball was available and cleared.
Don't drop it. That card can come back now.
So first five, Jaden Williams-Wilson returns to the field. In fact, it will not be him. He's taken a permanent seat on the bench, and
Time
it's
back on
now
guys.
Sitiveni Loset resuming the position of first five.
On it over the top. St. Paul's have the scraps,
No
but
advantage, guys. Knock on there, not straight first.
come back for the scrum.
Option. Scrum line up. Take the scrum.
You know, we spoke about heading into this game, Evan, that St. Paul's were probably the hot favourites. They've been the hot favourites every year. And St. Peter's have just
Time off. The subs coming.
played
in.
outstanding today.
Are they already off? Okay, sorry guys. Time back on.
In another interesting result in the CNI, St. John's Hamilton defeating Wesley College today 31-15. So a bit of a change in the top schools, you'd say, this year. And that's what you like to see. You like to see a bit of variation in the top four.
Sit.
Walker. Playing a Morgan. Awkward pass. St. Paul's under pressure here. St. Peter's trying to come through, looking for the turnover. They'll get it, and they have the advantage as well. Short. Driving it up further forward. Inside the red zone again. Robinson moves it out. And a slight
advantage. Lost ball there,
mistake.
but there's a first advantage.
And they'll come back for the first knock on.
Subs coming. Just hit. Hey. That's just a scrum. Knock on. Hey. 1.5 to go.
21.
Lost forward.
So a minute left to play for St. Peter's. A scrum just outside the 22. And look, this is a time where all the substitutions that have come on will want to their mark on this match and push for a starting spot.
Bind.
So, although there's only a minute left to play,
Sit.
they'll still keep their foot on the pedal, that's for sure.
Both front rows need to settle, okay? We talked about that pre-game and it maintains till now, okay? Stability. Let's go. Good, I'm still good. Are you?
Sit. Locks in.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
Into the final minute, St. Peter's on the attack. Smith, short ball for Vi. Ball's been turned over by St. Paul's. Rampling Alec. Just out from their own 22. Ball's popped out on the St. Peter's side. And now they have it. Moreland. Right on the 22. Into injury time now, St. Peter's. Smith goes wide. Maybe a chance here. Ball the inside for Vi. Vi. Ball goes back in front of play. St. Peter's score a stunner at the end. Napier crosses over.
Best time. Cheers, mate. Time.
Fantastic work at the end from St. Peter's. Headley in good support. Vi injecting himself. And brilliant skill being shown. And the year 11 student, Marakaiti Nipia, crashes over at the end.
Yeah.
So, disappointment for St. Paul's, who are undefeated going into this game. St. Peter's remain undefeated now. They go 3-0 in the Central North Island competition. And Dawson Smith will have the final say of the game. Final kick, and he nails that one, and that'll be full time here in Cambridge. 26 points to 0. St. Peter's School, too good for St. Paul's Collegiate.